Hello everyone, TooneySA from Games Raced Awfully, formerly known as ManicX, with my second series of the Spyro challenge runs. I actually completed the first challenge run all the way back in August of last year, and I've had this challenge on the cards for quite a while now. It took me 4 years to complete the challenge runs on the first series, so I'm hoping to get it done a lot faster than that this time around. So yeah, it's the same concept. There are going to be 4 challenge runs that take place in this series. There's going to be a no charging run, no flaming run, a no gliding run, and a pacifist run. So, just as before, place your bets on what is the most valuable thing to Spyro. Is it flaming? Is it charging? Is it gliding? Or is it the ability to be so holy that you won't kill anything? For lack of a better term to sum up that challenge. But yeah, so the rules are pretty much the same. So for no flaming, I will not be able to use the flame function. For no charging, I won't be able to press the square button to charge. That also includes underwater. For the glideless challenge, no gliding, that means that I'm not allowed to perform any kind of glide. That includes flying in speedway levels. And last of all, the pacifist run means I'm not allowed to kill anybody. And as before, I'm going to try and get as far through the game as possible to see what percentage I can get with each challenge. There may be a lot more restrictions on this game due to the fact that you have to actually complete levels, and so if I get to a part of a level that I legitimately cannot get past without using one of the required skills, then I will enter that place illegally, but I am not permitted to get anything from the rooms except for the talisman only. So that way it cuts out the chance that somewhere about 10% through the run I can't advance on one challenge, and then it's a bit of a dead challenge. So those are the rules. Now I'm going to start the game and give you the opportunity to listen to the opening cutscene just as before. First, let me pick a memory card. I'm just going to overwrite this. We're going to be starting with the no charging challenge.
Is this rain ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores. Yeah, I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork!
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto angrier.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, teeth like this, and they spit fire like this. Puh, puh. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon!
Whoa, rough landing. Hi, which way's the... beach? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons! Yeah!
Professor,
Who is that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
The adventure begins again. Yeah. Right, so yeah, this first episode will feature just the first level, Glimmer. And so the story picks off where the first game left off. I'm guessing it's sometime after the actual Gnasty Gnorc fight, because Spyro seems pretty chilled at the end of the cutscene there. He's decided that it's too rainy, sounds a little bit too similar to England, and has decided that he wants to go on vacation to Dragon Shores. Unfortunately, he was intercepted using orb powers by the professor that we just saw, and he's instead teleported to Avalar instead of Dragon Shores. So here he is in Avalar, and he's being tasked with the long journey of saving the world from a dinosaur trio called Ripto, Gulp, and Crush. So our job is to stop those three. So just like before, Spyro has the same abilities. He has charging, he has flaming, you can zoom in with the camera still, you can still pan the camera using the triggers. What has been removed though is the L1 R1 function, also just acts as a camera, whereas it used to do the really cool Spyro Matrix style roll, which actually isn't all that cool. So yeah, the first episode is going to be the no charging. So this is charging. We are not allowed to do it at all unless I come to a point in the game where I cannot progress without using it, in which case, as I said, I'll progress just to get the talisman only and not collect gems or orbs or anything like that. So our mission is to stop Ripto, and we're going to actually begin that quest. This first run of the chargeless challenge, where we can't charge, that's going to be the more walkthrough style let's play, because we have to walk around slowly anyway. The other runs I won't be going around explaining the mechanics of the game as much, and I'll just be getting on with the run. So let the adventure begin. Hey man.
Spyro, welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them?
Can you stop them? Alright, Pogo the Gem Cutter, a kangaroo mole-looking thing that's also a miner. So every single level has a theme, and it has some unique NPCs. Flaming is something I can do, and they're actually impervious to it, which is actually lucky for them.
If you can find my friend Twitchy, he'll reward you for helping us out.
Reward you from helping us out. Okay, so from this point on, I'm not going to charge. I need to just go around the level, walking very slowly, or trotting. Alright, we come to our first enemy of the Glimmer stage, and they are running away off screen just as I was about to introduce them. Come back! You just have to see their pixelated forms. They are lizard miners, and they will run around the stage, and similar to the Artisan's homeworld in Spyro 1, they will not harm us. They will just run away and cower just like this. The exact same style of enemy as the green Gnorc from the first level in Spyro 1. So, watch what happens when we kill him. I'm sorry, bub, this isn't the pacifist run. Yeah, on guard. As you can see here, enemies are a lot less valuable than previously because they don't actually drop gems, they turn into spirit spirit tokens that we can use in some levels to unlock superpowers that help us obtain gems or orbs. Which means we don't have to worry quite so much as the other game where we couldn't get enemies and gems from enemies, so it's going to be a completely different dynamic. Here we can see a ladybird, and this is our first example of fodder. And if we remember, Sparks, the dragonfly that follows us, acts as our health meter. Now, unlike Spyro 1, it doesn't matter what stage our health meter is at. If we kill fodder, Sparks will eat the butterfly regardless, but it has no effect. it'll obviously have an effect if we're on blue or we're on green sparks, or we have no sparks. It has the exact same effect as the first game. Die. Here we come to our second enemy. Now, this is the enemy, and I am just going to charge here just to show you something. This enemy cannot be charged, and that's a gimmick that has carried over from Spyro 1, where big enemies cannot be killed by charge. Instead, he'll just stand there waving his club, hammer, I guess. Looks like a tree trunk. But fortunately, he's not very deadly. We can literally walk around like this, and yeah, he's no threat. Down there to the left, you can hear the beautiful sound of a charging challenge that we cannot participate in because the challenge has to happen. Now, an elephant in the room for any hardcore Spyro players will be something called the double jump. Now, the double jump is a method of allowing Spyro to jump higher than previously allowed. It's actually a glitch, and it's not intended for the game. It looks a little bit like this. Okay, that's what it looks like essentially. Now, because this isn't charging, I'm going to allow this in the challenge. But let me explain carefully. So this is a double jump. I just press jump and I press charge, but it's not really charging. He's just jumping and flopping. So I'm going to allow this maneuver as long as I press jump and charge and then let go immediately into a flop like this. That's okay. What is not allowed is this. This is double jumping into a charge and you're actually charging, right? If I'm going all the way down like this, that's a charge. Yeah, he's using his horns. If I'm doing this, it's a flop, and this cannot destroy boxes. So that's what we're going to allow versus what we're not going to allow in regards to the double jump for this particular challenge. Check out the other challenges for their specific rules on the double jump. Oh, I nearly missed a crate. Come back. I'm not sure entirely yet how much of the first level I can get done with only having the ability to flame. But I'm quite confident I can get quite a lot done. Oh yeah, let's go down this way. This is the way I was going to go. So we can go down the stairs like so. And we have some crates, and the gems are still the same. Red is 1 gem, green is 2, blue is 5, yellow is 10, and the very rare purple is 25. Now this is where you'd really be tempted to do a charging challenge, but we can't do that, so we just need to walk through like a pyromaniac. Or you could call us a Spyro maniac. There's the first pun of the challenge run, and they are all necessary. Hello!
I'm a friend of Alora's, and she's asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress like this.
Hiya!
That zap means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
Right, this hot stuff floating fairy here is called Zoe, and she will be a pain in our dragon butt for the first couple of levels, because every time we approach her, she will stop to give us a tutorial about the game. So this is her fulfilling the role of the dragons from the very first Spyro game, where if you died, you'd return to the last dragon you saved. Instead, here you'll return to the last time you were zapped by Zoe in the stage. You can actually avoid Zoe by very carefully gliding around her, but we'll play the dialogue. Get back here! Oh, I'm not finished with you yet. Lizard Joe. There you are. Okay, here we have like a little bit of a visual gag. As opposed to the lizard chasing the kangaroo guy around, we have the kangaroo guy that is faster, and therefore he's chasing the lizard around. Because I'm not able to get into the cave quick enough, I'm not actually sure if it initially starts with the lizard doing the chasing or not. It's hard to say. But regardless, we're going to save the day. And now our little friend is going to move in front of a step ladder.
We gem cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders. Looks like you are too. After you learn to climb, come back to Glimmer.
Come back to Glimmer and see me. Alright, thank you, Whiskers. Now, we can actually use the double jump function to get up here earlier without actually learning to climb. I'm just going to see now if I can do it without holding charge longer than I should. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait till we unlock climb. Yep, okay, you can get up there with a standard double jump without having to hold charge longer than necessary. So, we can theoretically do this challenge nice and early. Ordinarily, we're supposed to come back.
Lamps in this cave too, but they're even harder to keep going. You'll definitely need the Superfly power-up to light the lamps.
Duly noted, my friend Rue. We haven't actually unlocked the power-up yet. There is actually a Superfly power-up that would come here. Now that would be illegal in the glideless challenge, but this is not the glideless challenge. And it says here we need 10 enemies to activate it. So we better get killing. Genocide run commence. The gems in this level are all inside baskets or scattered on the floor. There's no metal chests in this stage. Very similar again to Dark Hollow, which also has no metal chests. And here we found 2 more victims just waiting to help us unlock the Superfly power-up. There's one. And there's 2, which means that I think we have unlocked the power-up. I think we've killed all 10 enemies that we need, which is good. And we're at 217 gems. I believe Glimmer has 400, so we are just over halfway there. And there we have it, the super power-up is actually activated. And so we can just do that quest, but we're going to come back to that later. Now, here we have capitalism. Capitalism is a frequent enemy of ours that we cannot, unfortunately, kill. He instead will stand by something that we cannot progress past and wait for us to pay gems to allow us to continue with the level. Now, using the double jump, we can actually skip him by going up here, like so. And now we have basically skipped Moneybags. We could just walk past here, and yep, we're fine. But we want to see what's going to happen, so let's speak to Moneybags to see what he has to say.
Must be the dragon everyone is talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 of your gems to cross.
100 gems. Okay, in the other run, I will show you how to skip Moneybags every time. In this run, Moneybags, I will actually pay him each time so we can watch the cool animations that poor Insomniac Games set up for us to ignore.
Thank you, Mr. Dragon. Spyro, was it? You can now use the bridge whenever you want, free of charge. I hope we meet again, when you have even more gems.
Foreshadowing much. Now, it should be noted that there's actually no penalty for saying no to him. You just have to come back later and give him the gems, or you just skip him.
Still here? Why don't you help the gem cutters and they'll show you the way to Summer Forest?
I'll only be doing all of the commentary of the characters on this run, same as my commentary.
Look around. Hold down the triangle button. Try using triangle to look around this cave.
Because I won't bother repeating the commentary on every challenge. So this challenge will be the only one where I let the NPCs do their talking. Oh, you'll be pleased to know. So far so good. We've not come across any obstacles. We are now down to 131 gems. But if we go to our nifty little guidebook, which is over here, you will see that we're still 15% through Glimmer, and it still records how many gems we have in total. I'll be showing the guidebook after the end of each stage, so that you can see what I got on each challenge. I think that's everything. Yep, okay, we can speak to the last guy here.
Thanks for helping us fight off those...
Twitchy!
Please take this talisman of Glimmer as a sign of our gratitude.
Okay, this here that he's presenting to us is called a talisman. Every level bar the last world has one talisman.
The magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar.
Talismans are the way that we progress to boss stages, as you'll see a bit later on.
Through the portal next to...
Nope, we're not going to Summer Forest just yet. We have a hidden entrance. It's just like you said, Dragon Man, to the shadows to the left. Alright, here we have an outdoor area that is kind of off to the left, so you might easily miss it like I did the very first time. And I remember wondering when I was a kid, how the hell did I miss gems in Glimmer? And I just wasn't observant enough. Now, because I can't flame in the other challenge, I'm going to show off this nifty trick in this particular run. Actually, no, I'm not, because I can do that in the glideless run. Okay, we're going to do this quest legitimately, just like the developers intended. Kill the fodder. Just going to go around and kill all the enemies. There's actually no percentage attached to the enemies, so even if I kill them all, it doesn't affect how many percent I get. So it says there are 14 spirit tokens. I'm going to aim to kill all the enemies just to be like, haha, see? But it actually doesn't affect the percentage, so it's not all that important. Alright, we have a quest there, but we're going to go up to here first. We have what's called a whirlwind. Whirlwinds, just like Spyro 1, enable us to get up to places we couldn't previously get to. And because we're on the no charging challenge and not the glideless challenge, we can still use that, no problem. Oh, I missed. Whoops. It's a good job I'm lazy. I'm just going to use the flying power-up. That will help me just get a bit quicker. Just get these gems here.
Great! The Superfly power-up is active, and you can restart our gem lamps. Flame all the lamps quickly, and the big gem lamp will light. The power-up will give you enough magic to fly for a short time.
Thank you. If you get to this guy without getting enough enemies, he will have some different things to say, but it's not all that important. Alright, walk through the pyramids for the Superfly power-up. Light gem lamps with flame, light all lamps quickly. 1-star difficulty. You basically have a minute, just under a minute really, I think it's like 45 or 50 seconds to get every single lamp, and therefore it is really hard to fail this. All we have to do is glide and flame every single lamp. Just go through here for the scenic route, and there we go. That's all 6 lamps. And now we've just lit up a disco ball.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
Thank you. Ding. This here is an orb, and during the early stages of the game, you just focus mainly on talismans, and orbs are not necessary at all, but you find later in the game, orbs do seal off some areas of the game, and prevent you from traversing further unless you get enough orbs. Orbs usually preside over side quests, but because you need orbs eventually anyway, I guess you could say they are sort of a main quest to some extent. Alright. We are not done in Glimmer yet, even though we have nearly got every single gem. We're very close to getting all the gems anyway. We've got 50 short, I think, wait, 100... We have 50 short, right, because we spent 100, and there's 400 gems. So let's look out for those as we go. We are going to do a second side quest here.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me.
Just ask me. Alright, hit lizards with the rocks. Bouncer will give you hints. 1 star. I don't need hints, but we'll just see what he says anyway. Pretty much what he just said. He just repeats the instructions. Now, this is important because this will obviously feature in the Gnome Flame run. Spitting a rock doesn't actually count as flaming, because we're just spitting a rock, we're not actually using any fire involved or anything like that. So we're going to be able to use it anyway because we're on the chargeless run, but that's just something to think about for later.
Shooting! Follow me to the next lizard.
Bouncer is the only character in this level that has a red headlamp. I'm not sure why that is. Luckily we can glide up here very poorly. Let's try that again. There we go. And get another 5 gems. Beginning to wonder where the rest of the gems are. Okay, here's some. That's another 15, that's a good amount. Because we're still missing a bit more than I intended. We're still missing like 21 gems, which is not a small amount. So we need to keep our dragon eyes peeled. You can actually get the lizards without using the rocks, again using double jump. But we're going to do this legit, because why not? I'm going to try and do it without using triangle though, for extra fun. Alright. Don't think there's any gems up there that I missed, but I'm not entirely sure.
To hit that lizard up high, you'll have to aim. Press and hold the triangle button to aim, then press circle to spit.
Oh wait, I know where the gems are. They're up on that place that we didn't go up yet, because, yeah. Alright, I know where they are. That's not too bad. Okay, we're at 3 at 6. We're halfway through this challenge. Now, this is one of my least favourite orb challenges because it involves you escorting an NPC. And any quest ever on any game where you have to escort NPCs are the worst things the developers ever make. Because the NPCs are just so damn slow. Alright, let's go up here now just to get the gems. You are supposed to use the Superfly to get up to here, but we're just going to enjoy getting 400 out of 400 gems like so. Oh no! Sometimes you can get him just before he drops down like that. Where is he? Crane our necks. There we go. 4 out of 6. So we still got 2 more to go, and they're both in the very first area. So unfortunately this quest does involve us backtracking through the entire stage. But we have all the gems, so we've got nothing to worry about missing at this stage. We just have this orb challenge and the other orb challenge. Okay, here we go again. Can we get this one with no fingers? Yes, we can. Now, I believe the last one we actually can't get without aiming because he's so high up. As we're about to see, he's directly above us. I'm not sure if he's there at the start of the level or whether or not he sort of moves there. But there we go. There we have it. 6 out of 6.
My crop of gems for the kids. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings dropped it here yesterday.
Now, that... It doesn't say Zoe, but some girl with wings kind of alludes to the fact that it's probably talking about Zoe, who just appeared to zap us to be like, hey, you can bring the quest. Now, if we wanted to, we could pick up the rocks and use them for the rest of the level, but they don't really have any value. They're no better than flaming. If anything, they're worse. So, we're just going to ignore that rock and leave it there for eternity. Alright, so now we need to get back up here using our good friend, the double jump. Like so. Nope, try that again. We've seen that it's possible, so that's a good thing. Alright, here we go. Alright, we just need to fly around the cave and get another 6 lamps. It's the exact same quest as the one from outside, except this time we have actually less time. I think it's something like 30 seconds that we have to get all of the lamps. So you do have to be kind of pronto. But then we have an indoor disco
Thanks
gym.
for helping
That's
me
cool.
light the lamp, Spyro. For a while, I was afraid we were going to have to cancel tonight's baseball game. Here, somebody mix this orb in with a baseball.
Okay, 3 out of 3 gems, and guess what that means? And there we have it. So, Glimmer can be done 100% without charging. All gems, all orbs, and the talisman, and even all spirit tokens, even though we don't need them. So now we can actually leisurely trot until we get to the Summer Forest portal. Here we go. Summer Forest.
Oh no! Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi, I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
There are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
I, got a little lost.
Spyro's going to help us collect the talismans.
I am?
Yes.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talisman? If you come across any orbs, they're important too, but I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
If you're a speedrunner, you can be in Dragon Shores by breakfast time. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So as you can see, Ripto and his minions have taken over the Summer Forest. So we've just finished the level here, Glimmer, and you can see the name and the talisman that we've collected in front of it. And we've came to our first hub worlds in the game. There are 3 hub worlds: Summer Forest, Autumn Plains, and Winter Tundra. Can you see the theme? Me neither. Now there is actually one cutscene at the end of Glimmer. It's called the Glimmer outro that we don't get to see because the Ripto invasion of Summer Forest cutscene always overrides it.